You know, if you hear, hit that like button. I have to give you an example of what we're about to watch. This is on Political Drain channel. You know, he got some good videos. You know, go over, check it out. You know, give him a follow, and let's get into the video because I already watched it. So I'm gonna just go on and, you know, let the video play because I like what this dude's saying, and yeah, he got a lot of dope key points that's going on. So let's finish it out.
Yeah, nigga, walk away, fool. And it was at this point that he realized that he fucked up. But it was at this point when this black man took his belt off to whip him like an indentured servant. Wow. I mean, after all, Matt Walsh keeps telling me that indentured servants were the same thing as slaves. But it was at this point when he got to taste the ancestors.
I dare you to do it.
Hey, somebody take off a belt and whoop you. It's like, woo-wee.
And I swear for God, I'll make you taste the ancestors.
Me too.
What's up, YouTube?
What's
Girls
up,
are
man?
here, and you may be wondering, well, why did I show you that in the beginning? Well,
Yeah,
if
why?
I'm honest with you, because I thought it was hilarious.
It was.
That's why. But there's nuance there, of course. I'm not just frivolously showing you things that I know will just start to incite violence or hate on the channel. That's not what this is about. As a matter
And that's what I be saying. Like, you know, like we be bringing these points to light. It ain't in order to start no race war or, you know, or have people funking. It's like, look, this is what's going on, you know, like it got to change. We got to change it.
of fact, this is going to be about the opposite of that. This is about allyship. I'm continuing my series on the forthcoming revolution, the forthcoming revolt, the rising up of people when their rights have been taken away. And in that intro, there are two pieces, two portions that exactly exemplify what it is that I'm talking about socially. It seems weird. I promise you'll get it. But first, the rising up. It started with Justin Pearson. Not started with him. It's been going on since rights have been stripped away slowly but surely, since the first time they got rid of the first piece of the Voting Rights Act way back in Trump's first term. And as people have been caught on the streets and grabbed up, leaving their children behind, and as people are being abused in concentration camps all around America that they're calling ICE detention centers, we've been seeing the consequences of that, is what I'm saying. The consequences of people not having legal recourse. And so the only recourse that's left is force. I'm not going to read the literature and the political theory that I did in the first two videos to prove this to you. This one is just going to be on the assumption that you get it now. But if you need those, you can find them here. On the other hand, back in Memphis,
they should have left them alone. Now, the hood is involved.
Come on! Don't run! Bullshit ass shit y'all pay! Don't run! Look at him! Look at him! Tight bald head! Baby booty head ass, boy!
Now you got young Black Americans that know exactly what's going on.
You think you done did something, don't you? Come on, pop my skin!
And they're showing up, as you can see.
Man. You think you did something, didn't you, boy? Look at him, long ass ass, little suit. What's up, boy?
I like this is, and I think this is what they was afraid of. Now, dude gonna say something that really stood out to me.
Swole neck ass, boy. What's up? Say something. Say something.
And they don't like that.
Your ass gonna look a day over 140. ugly face ass, yo. Your ass one step away from the grave, my boy.
You guys are up against the wrong people.
Hit him! 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 Bitch, you gotta move. Bitch, you gotta move, huh? You gotta move, boy. You gotta move, boy.
You're up against fighters. They're not afraid of you.
Exactly. They are not afraid of you at all.
You can take everything away from them. You have more to lose than they do, and that's a fact. And they're
Exactly. Now think about that. Like, these young black people get to waking up. Like, you hear what she said? Look, you got more to lose than they do. Like, period. Like, that right there stuck out to me. I was like, oh, hey, yeah, you right on that.
they're gonna push you to the brink. Look how upset these people were. They were pissed. They wanted to do something and they couldn't. You kept pushing, and now you're gonna get pushed back. Memphis, they should have left them alone.
So said, so done.
Yeah.
I told you I would bring it to you every time I saw it, YouTube. Not only because I enjoy watching it, and that's important to be said,
Now
because everyone else is going to find the philosophical reason why. I think you need to know that for the ancestors, I enjoy it. But the nuance is what I bring here on this channel, and I mean that very seriously. You see, the whole point of having a democracy, the whole point that there used to be a big question in the black community of, why is it that you only hurt your own and you don't go after them, or whatever them means?
Man.
There is a grain, a kernel of truth there. That kernel is when the democracy is even faking working, there's an acceptance of law and order and the rule around the courthouse, the rules around the Capitol building, the rules around the legislatures. Only crazy people who believe that they're Jesus would go in there and start, messing around in these places.
Yeah.
You see, people were downtrodden enough, and poor people, they do violence and they do crime because they're poor. And wherever there's a poor
not
community,
always true,
in
though.
that community, you're going to see crime and violence. But the difference is they never went over there to do it. You wouldn't see this before because there is a level and acceptance of, well, these guys are the law. And when you start to take away the rights that are holding up your power, white congressperson, people who were getting pointed at in that video and pointed at by Justin Pearson, and just regular people out there who are used to black people doing this. You didn't think it was going to come back. You had a big stick. But black folks have always been the one to say, go back to the car. This isn't for you. No matter how violent you said we were. They've always been the one.
I'm going to tell you, right? This is the way I feel about it, bro. They look how they try to put us out to be, right? My bad, I'm breaking out. I didn't use the wrong kind of soap, but no. This is the place they put us in. They tell us, oh, look at the music you guys are making. Like, you're making music and that rap music is talking about, death in the hood and like guns and all these different things and using the N-word, right? Look, think about this, right? We so ignorant, we'll go, yeah, they're right. Look at our music. Bro, look at they movies. You got the Human Centipede. A guy that's putting mouth to butt and sewing them in, and look at they movies, bro. Hostel, Freddy Krueger, Jason. Look at their movies. I'm just saying, Scarface. Look at the Mafia movies. Look at their movies. But they want to tell us about our music. Man, don't let these people tell you you are doing something and they doing it worser. It's like they get away with making these movies, and these are and like like think about some of the movies you didn't watch. They worse than the songs that you hear. So don't let these people trick you into believing that we doing something terribly wrong with our music because the music that we make. Like our music don't compare to what they're making and putting out, to their movies that they're putting out that have just think about it. Think about what I said.
To say, go back to the car, homie. This is how it's always been. This is why people like Chud the Builder never got attacked while calling people the N-word over and over and over again, is because there has been a certain deference and understanding of the law and the situation we're in and how we win. And as you take away those wins, you start to see that thing that was holding you up, the power that you thought you had, was only there because of the laws that we fought for and won. And as they get regressed, and as people start to see that those laws don't exist, and people start to see that power is no longer law and order, but power is force. That guy saying, go back to the car, the deference we always used to give, the deference that white people in power were used to from us because they thought that we were owed that. They were owed that. Becomes this. But it was at this point when he got to taste the ancestors. The belt comes off, and you may taste the ancestors. Now, there's another part of this. Because those rights have been won, we've seen a change in the mindset of more people than would have been had those rights not been won. I'm going to say it that way, so it can be as clean as possible without going overboard on how many allies we have. The truth is, we have enough. You see, there's two parts of that intro that I'm going to continue to harp on, and that is how long Black people have been saying, go to the truck, have been deferring to the assumed power given by the rights. And as they have been taken away, we're not the only ones who see that and who realize where the power and the privilege is. Watch this.
This video has had me emotional all morning because I've never seen people with white privilege use their privilege in this kind of way. Notice that everywhere he moves, they move. This little Asian woman is about to hop up here in these heels, and a white man with a leather coat put his arm around to make sure they didn't touch him. But look, they're never trying to touch the non-Black person, ever. This man in the back done grabbed his baton for what? The only people being violent are the police. So if you ever try to tell me that your whiteness doesn't have any privilege, or your proximity to whiteness is not a privilege, look at this. They're not trying to touch anybody but the Black man. This is what it looks like to be an accomplice.
Doesn't that warm your heart? Doesn't that warm your heart, America? You see, after the George Floyd protest, there were many white people and people of all colors that realized, hey, we're going to have to put our bodies on the line if this is going to change, if we're going to help. People out there in the No Kings rallies have said the same thing. They understand why we're not there, because it's time for them to put their bodies on the line. This
we've been doing it for so long.
What happens, powerful people, I'm speaking to you, when you have stripped away the rights to the point where even white folks are getting shot in the face in broad daylight. You're too open. So when I say that the revolt is coming, it's not just that the cry and call of the ancestors is upon us. Not just that. And it's not just the fact that you're going to be seeing us in a different light, meaning Black people going to places where we used to have deference. But it's also in the fact that everyone sees where we are now because you stopped hiding it. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's why you get this.
The son, he said, listen with me. The son said that, so I just told my uncle that I was going to come down here and say something because I don't play like that. Y'all got to understand.
Me. Get your ass over and apologize.
Sorry.
And I don't know where you learned that word from or why you think it's such a trigger, but did we treat you like that when we came to our house? We allowed you, your siblings, we allowed you in. That's not okay. It's never okay to use that word under any circumstance.
That
Hey, that's crazy because I feel like that's how we have to be with our kids, right? Because my youngest son, we go to the grocery store, we get food and everything, right? He can already have anything that he want. We leave out the store, we get in the car, we get ready to pull off. He pulled 2 king size Snickers out his pocket. What do you think we did? Oh, we pulled back in the stall. Get your ass out the car. Go in the store. Come on. Right now. You know, first cashier person, security guard, whoever we seen, it was like, hey, now go up, get that back and apologize. Because now you about to get the thrashing. Now you're about to hear it because you don't got to steal. Like, what are you stealing for? Like, that's something you don't have to do. Like, you get everything you want. But this is the thing, right? Most parents probably would have took it, kept it for themselves, probably never, no. You like when kids do something, no. Make them go, made him apologize. That's exactly what I do to my son. Like, we did it. Like, this just happened like a couple months ago. It's like, go in there now, give it back and apologize for it. You feel me? And that's what he did. Like, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. And then we get back to the car. He still got a whole nother candy bar in his pocket. Oh, now we got to do this again. You didn't even try to take everything out your pocket and give it back. Oh yeah, walked him right back in there. And you know what they said after we was leaving? When we was leaving, they said, dang, they said, that's something I ain't never seen done before. People don't usually do that. And I'm just like, well, I mean, I'm trying to teach my kids to be better, to be different than what I had to be when I was younger. So I'm like going, yeah, this is how we got to be on our kids, bro.
father there. Not to say that he wouldn't have done it if the climate wasn't the same, but I guarantee you his son wouldn't have said that in any other climate because that's what made him say that. The internet is crazy. Kids are getting ridiculous at a young age, falling into these red pill manosphere, using the N-word everywhere.
Yeah.
But where that father would have said, it's just kids before. These kids are being kids. Stern talking to. Now, he realizes where he is, the time that he's living in. And he bucked up on his own son. He's bucked up on him, literally.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Huh? I mentioned Chud the Builder, and I'm going to end it with this. You see, in the intro, there were 2 parts. Remember, I kept telling you you're going to see it again. There was this. Go back to your car. Go back to your car. That is what Chud the Builder was used to getting. That is what he was used to getting, why he felt comfortable enough to go out there and say the N-word over and over. If you don't know that story, I'm glad. But now he has shot himself and someone else because they finally fought back. It's not a coincidence that black people for years know that when the camera's on, they allow certain things because they've seen how it worked in the law, not how it worked for.
Exactly. Like, I don't know, bro. It's like kind of weird because they like a lot of them, they put us out to be bad people, and this shows you, no, we ain't never been that. That's why, like dude said, man, go to the car. What are you doing? Like, go to the car. Like you ain't ready for what's about to happen. So just go to the car and let's get it over with like that. But no, these people feel like they have a right. They feel like they can do these things. And it's like, it's just weird. But let me know how you feel in the comments. Make sure you like the video. And, dang, I'm moving tomorrow. So it's going to be on and cracking. I'm going to be back to making lives and be back to making videos, once I get set up in the next spot. But as you can see, I stopped it right here because it's more to his video. It's a whole nother part that you have to go to his video and check out. So make sure I'm gonna put his video at the end of this. So don't even worry about it. Like, I don't even got to show it at the end of this video. It's gonna be his video. It's gonna be popping up about right here or something. So make sure you go and finish this video out so you can see the full video of what happened right here in this situation. Because it was Yeah, it's a little bit long. I just didn't want to take all that part, but let me say thanks to him for sharing this with us. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one. Peace out.